Hey there, if we haven't met yet, my name's Stephanie Thayer. I'm a certified sports nutritionist. I'm also a certified health coach. Today, we are going to talk about nutritional quality. So, what you eat matters. And unfortunately, most of us aren't taught about what is a better choice versus another. So, let's dig in. First thing I recommend is having a smaller plate. So, this is used for my kids. This is a 9-inch paper plate. This is the maximum size you should have for a plate. Most plates are now 12 or 13 inches. So go look at what you have in your kitchen. You might need to adjust it. That's the first thing. This recommendation is for people that are already at a healthy weight. You want to divide your plate into quarters, okay? 1/4 is going to be grain. 1/4 is going to be a protein of some kind. 1/4 is going to be fruit, and 1/4 is going to be vegetable. That is my experience. I've now helped over 1,000 clients achieve a healthy weight and maintain it, so I have a lot of experience in this. If you are trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, if you're trying to adjust your labs, that is probably not the best solution for you. This is for someone that is in maintenance. This is also not for someone that's super active. So if you're super active, this is where having a coach matters, and I would love to be able to help you. You can subscribe. You can also reach out to me. I would love to chat. So let's talk about fruit. Fruit has sugar. This is a natural sugar. It's the best type of sugar that you can get. Not all fruit is made equal. So I like to use this example. If you are a high school soccer player, an excellent snack for you would be grapes or watermelon at halftime. They're full of hydration, water, and they are packed full of sugar. So their glycemic index is some of the highest in the fruit category. And glycemic index just means over 2 hours that your body is processing that food. How quick does it take turn it to sugar, and what level of sugar does it make? So it's super high. So if you're someone who is sitting on the couch, you probably shouldn't be having a whole bunch of watermelon or grapes. Those are not going to be the best choice for you. Now, of course, they're a much better choice for you than, having cookies or table sugar or that kind of thing. But if we are looking at quality, your best bang for your buck is berries. Berries are super low glycemic. They are packed with micronutrients. I love them. And when you get them ripe, they are so sweet. Other great choices, lemons, olives, avocados, limes, grapefruit, cherries, and tomatoes. Yes, tomato is a fruit. We have debates at home all the time about what qualifies a fruit, and it's the seeds that it has. So I know most people think of tomatoes and even avocado a lot of times they think of as a vegetable, but they're actually fruits. And then moderate range fruits that are good choices for you would be apples, nectarines, peaches, pears, strawberries, they're a little bit higher glycemic, oranges, apricots that are dried, plums, and figs. So you're seeing a lot of your stone fruits, right? Those are moderate glycemic. So if you're more of a sedentary person or you're having a mellow day, those are really good choices for you. If you are a really active person and you're burning through calories and you need those quick carbs, you're going to go for the higher fruits. So here's a list. Kiwi, grapes, mango, all the melons, pineapple, bananas, and apricots. So just to give you an idea, I'm so curious, put in the comments, did you know that? Because before I started coaching, I didn't realize that some items would be better for me than others. Now, here's the other thing I want to caution you about. I know we are creatures of habit, but it's so important for you to vary what you are eating. If you always have the same thing, like say you always have berries and they're great for you, well, you might be missing out on some other micronutrients that the other fruits have. So don't get so stuck on one fruit only or one vegetable only or one protein source. So keep that in mind. The next one we're going to go to, I think I'm going to have to make this more than one video because I have a lot to say. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is actually vegetables, but I've got to find my resources. So Give me just a second. I love vegetables, and a trick that I do actually as a mama is I slice up vegetables and I put them out on our kitchen counter so the kids, when they walk by, they grab them. And if you give them a dip, kids love dip. So it's a good way to kind of get them into it. And when my children were really small, we actually did a fruit and vegetable garden because anything that they pick off of a plant, they're just excited to eat. So keep that in mind. It's right about planting season now. And my kids are very good fruit and vegetable eaters, and I really think it's because we did a vegetable garden. Okay, so vegetables. I recommend at a minimum that you have at least a quarter of your plate be vegetables. I personally don't have a whole lot of fruit. I usually have one serving of fruit a day. It's usually berries. Sometimes it's a banana if I'm super active. But I tend to have about half of my plate be vegetables, and they're more dense, they're lower glycemic vegetables. And then I usually do a starch and I do a protein. But so at a minimum, a quarter. Also, just so you know, you want to have 3 times the amount of vegetables in your day, like as snacks to fruit. Most people do the opposite. So if you are not having a lot of vegetables, do me a favor. Do one swap. Instead of that fruit, that extra fruit that day, go for a veggie. And the more you have them, the more you'll like them. So there's quite a few vegetables that are low glycemic. They're really good choices. So we're going to go through that. All the squashes. Oh, zucchini. I think I'm going to make some tonight. Spinach. So all the lettuces. Spinach, kale, all the leafy greens, spring mix. Those are all great. Peppers, onions, mushrooms, alfalfa sprouts. My personal favorite, artichokes. By the way, artichokes are full of fiber. They're one of the highest fiber veggies. And you need fiber to go to the bathroom. Asparagus, fennel, cucumber, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, also ones I loved. I hated them as a kid. So you guys, your taste buds change. So give yourself a chance. If there was something that you didn't like, try it again. Try preparing it a different way. You might be surprised. It's so easy to get on Google and just write like Brussels sprout recipe, find some good ones. Bell peppers, broccoli, which is my kid's favorite, chives, leeks, celery, cauliflower, and chili peppers. So those are all fantastic. Mix those in as much as you want. I try to have a salad every day at lunch just because then I make sure I get all of my micronutrients in, packed with minerals and vitamins. So good for you, you guys. And I usually mix it up and I make a pretty good sized salad. Okay, ones that are moderate in your choice are eggplant, green beans, and raw carrots. Okay. Vegetables that are high glycemic, so your body's going to convert them to a lot of sugar. If you are sedentary and you want these, I recommend you have them earlier in the day because you will use it up rather than dinner time because it will just sit in your body. If you don't use it, your body processes it and turns it into fat. If you are super active, you definitely need these in your life, okay? But most people go to these vegetables first, and they should not be first. It should be all those leafy green and colorful vegetables. Okay, peas, corn. I live in the South now. Everybody loves corn. I mean, it's delicious. Red beets and cooked carrots. Once a carrot is cooked, it goes from a glycemic index of 30, which is nice and dense and breaks down for your body really well, to an 80. Table sugar is like 60. I think it's 56. I need to look it up. So carrots are a faster sugar when they're cooked for you, which is why every child loves cooked carrots. So keep that in mind. I am going to make this into a series. So in here, we've just gone through fruits and vegetables. I will follow up. We'll do one on protein. We'll do one on grains. We will do one on fat. So stay tuned for the next part. I hope this is helpful. And remember, if you are in maintenance, if you are at a healthy place, and that means how you feel, how your energy is, how your weight is, how your labs are, you want a quarter of your plate to be fruit and a quarter of your plate to be vegetables. If you're not, let's talk. The best indicator for you, if you are in a healthy place, is a woman who has a waist circumference that is less than 31 inches and a male that has a waist circumference that is less than 37. Get out that tape measure, check it out. If that's not where you're at, we should talk.